good.
All right.
Well, Coach, what did you learn from the guys this game, maybe, in a step forward, or I know you made some more mental mistakes, but still got to win.
Oh yeah, still got to win, no doubt, and that's what going against the number 4th ranked team in the country in offense. The first 70 plays we gave up 21 points, and that's usually a game, So I thought the guys competed really, really hard early on, and then I think as the game continued to progress, playing 102 snaps, we kind of got a little tired, and that's when our depth, no doubt, showed up a little bit, and I just think that our guys have to understand, when you get up like that, you got to do a great job of finding a way to win as opposed to trying not to lose, and that's one thing that I saw. The guys were not competing for balls, thinking they may get beat on double moves and things of that nature. Where early on they were competing and making some really nice plays. We were trying not to lose as opposed to winning the football game.
You ever had 102 snaps against you?
No, never have. It was a tough thing to see for sure.
I was gonna say, more than anything, mentally and physically, doesn't it? Where once you
it
get to that point.
Yeah. Once you get to that point, and that's one thing we try to do in fall camp. We've had multiple scrimmages where we've scrimmaged 130, 140 snaps, but not a couple of kids may not get over that 100 and they may get 70 or so. But that was that's a mentally drained deal that you're dealing with when you're going 102 snaps, and that's on top of special teams plays, where a lot of our guys play on special teams too. So we got a little mentally worn down.
What do you see with Clemson, and it's kind of the same guys that they've had, or the same system, but what do you see with their offense?
Well, they're defending national championships for a reason, and when you have a quarterback that's NFL talent, that can throw the football and all over the field. He can make all the throws, and now they're using him with his legs, and now he's a lot more potent. So those guys are doing a great job continually over there. Offensive line has done outstanding. The receivers are just, some real freaks. They really are, and they do a good job of just getting the ball in their vicinity and letting them make a play. And then you look at the running back. He's a beast as well, man. To be able to stop him and stop the passing game is a real big challenge for us this week.
Is he the best, one of the best you'll see?
Hands down easy. He's explosive as well as powerful and real shifty. So he's probably one of the best back we will see this year.
You mentioned the receivers. Obviously, Sage gave you guys a little bit of problems yesterday. It didn't. I don't know. Maybe you see it differently. It didn't look like the corners were specifically out of place a lot. Just Sage was just kind of this big guy like that.
Yeah, man. He's a 6'3", 6'4" kid that will be an NFL draft pick. And you look at all the plays. It was only one play where he beat us on a double move against AJ, to where our guys were not there. And I think that was the first game that we saw that we didn't have anybody running wide open. So that was a big positive to be able to see. But yeah, the guys were right there, man, and those guys just made some plays.
Is Higgins similar? He's 6'4", 220.
Yeah, Higgins is no doubt similar, but I think Higgins is a little bit faster.
Okay. Does that make him a little more dangerous?
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's why they're number 3 team or number 2 team in the country for sure.
Bryan, without Dorian for a half, how does that obviously change things? And I guess CJ, because Dorian's kind of the quarterback out there, right?
Yes, that's right. That's right. We got we got TJ that's backing Dorian up, able to see some time, as well as we could possibly move CJ over there because he's a quarterback of the defense as well. He knows like the back of his hand too, and he's a very, very sharp and high IQ kid. And then we could possibly end up putting 7 in there, Monty Montgomery, and letting him see some playing time at that will when we move CJ to Mike.
You look at film the last 2 weeks, on the positive side and negative side, what are some of the things that you've learned the most about this league?
Well, I think one thing what we did this last game was cut out some of our MAs, and that was a positive to see, especially, like I said, those first 70 plays, you give up 21 points against a team that's averaging, over 30-some points a game, and that's normally a game. When you're doing that, that's a big positive for us. But then, of course, being able to finish a game, and I told the guys earlier today that, when you're going against a team and you're up 21, no matter if it's 14 against Boston College or 21 against the Deacons, you got to find a way to finish games and finish the right way. And I think right now we're just not as mature to understand how to finish, and hopefully we'll get that way sometime this year.
You mentioned obviously the size of the receivers, and obviously the corners were in the right spot. Is there a step that they need to take to be able to kind of stop plays, or just that physical being that?
Yeah, I think one of the plays with CJ in the red zone, that was technique. He was too far on top of the guy. But I think just the other times, man, it was just, those guys just made plays. And sometimes, like I tell them, they on scholarship just like you guys are, and they're going to make plays, and then you just got to live with it and play the next play. So, but, a little bit of both.
Bryan, I know you continue to talk about depth, and it's not there, but on the front, Zach Edwards played some the other night. That has to help when you get another guy, another body in there.
That's really good to get him some reps in that type of atmosphere, in that type of game. Is really key for us moving forward. We're hoping to redshirt the kid, but he's very, very talented. And if you can redshirt him, you have him for the next 4. Watch out, because he's going to be something special.
Up front, I know you guys got a little more pressure Saturday than against Boston College. Clemson probably got one of the best offensive lines in the country. How important is that going to be to try to get Trevor some happy feet?
It is key. It's key. You can't let an NFL quarterback just sit back there and throw the football. And if we can get pressure with our front 4, it'll be really, really key for us, and that helps. But when you're going against a team like Boston College, what they do offensively, it's kind of tough to get some pressure against those guys because of the formations and the things they do in the run game that keep you from having to get some pressure on that guy. But yeah, it's really key for us to be able to get some pressure on the quarterback, because then that'll help us in the secondary. Not having to always be perfect every single time.
With a guy like that, do you fear blitzing extra guys, or do you want to just try to get it with your front 4?
Well, I think you just got to mix it up. You have to mix it up and not always let him know what you're doing. Because if you let him know what you're doing, you're in trouble. So you got to do a good job of disguising. You got to do a good job of bringing pressure. When you bring it, you got to bring it. You can't just sit back there and wait and tiptoe within the line of scrimmage. Thinking you're going to get pressure. But with this guy, he's going to get that ball out quick because he has an NFL.
Bryan, Sear made a couple big plays for you. What's his progression mean to that group right there?
Really, really key. Sear's come a long way from spring ball, and with him getting that interception, getting a fumble recovery, as well as getting some sacks this year, I think with his athletic ability, the sky's the limit for him. If he just continue to study the game, continue to get bigger, faster, stronger, he's going to help us, in the next couple of years for sure. Really, really big. Thank you, guys.